Hey guys, it's new moon in Taurus. So I'm here to check out everybody's new moon energies, see how they're doing, see if there's anything that we need to know, grab any advice if we need to, whatever comes out. Keep in mind that these readings are general, they're for the collective. So if anything here doesn't resonate, just leave it for someone who needs to hear it. Of course, there is no gender. If I pull a queen and you're a guy, I'm still talking about you. This will be for Gemini, Sun, and Moon. If you guys are interested in tarot love readings or general tarot readings, I do have another channel. It's linked in the description, and the pin section is I can't speak, in the description below and in the pin section of the comments. I've also linked there all the information that you need to book a private personal reading. What can you tell me about Gemini for the new moon in Taurus? Okay, we have just the surrender to the divine card. I like it. All right, so the overall energy is the Queen of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords, the Moon, the Two of Cups, Six of Swords, King of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Or sorry, I said the Seven of Pentacles. This is the Seven of Wands. I'm sorry. The Empress, the Tower, and the Three of Cups. Dang, okay. So I'm dealing with a Gemini here who I feel is integrating. Because understand, these spreads are all about you. So if I pull 10 cards that are all face cards, they're still about you. But I have a King and a Queen of Wands. So it's like integrating the masculine and the feminine, especially with the Two of Cups here. And I feel like the largest part of this integration is the Queen, that soft feminine side. And you're worried about being soft and feminine. I feel like you subconsciously have pretty much always had to fend for yourself, protect yourself, defend yourself. But you want to move into a softer time here. And I feel like you fought like hell, and like really have tried to work through like these anxious parts about being open and vulnerable and sweet and loving, Queen energy. Somewhere in the process, though, you ended up an Empress, and that's how you do it. So I feel like there's some I just feel like there's going to be this moment in the new moon of clarity that you've actually made it farther than you think, and that you will be safe in life. I feel like you don't expect any of this. It's sort of like an epiphany. Like you just sit down and you start really thinking, I've changed a lot. I've really softened up. And I feel like that's, for you, the proof that you have done enough healing. Because I feel before you were very triggered, having a lot of anxiety attacks, overall not trusting anyone, like just always feeling like you needed to have your guard up. And now that you're in this more soft energy, yeah. It's integration. It's like, taking your dark and your light and combining them, and boom, the 2 and the 3 of Cups. You have found your true self. And it's beautiful. Look at her. She has it all. So maybe you feel like now you're more available. Maybe before, because of all this protective heart energy, you couldn't really have deep connections. And you feel like now that you figured these 2 parts of yourself out and made a whole, and you did all, the Empress is hard work, like she signifies birthing, right? And birth is extremely painful. And long before that, there's this gestation period, right? It takes a long time and a lot of pain to claw your way out of hell, basically, to become the Empress, But I feel like you're going to recognize either exactly how to do that. And I feel like with strength, it's about literally handing that power over to God. It's like I could go into situations as this King of Swords where I'm constantly using my head and never my heart and think everybody's out to get me and everybody's out to hurt me. Or I can soften up and open myself up to people and make real connections. So this is, it's actually pretty tough to do. So I'm saying this very sweetly because I'm seeing, the outcome here is the actual integration. But unfortunately for you in this time period, there really is like a bunch of shadow work going on. Figuring out where these triggers come from, why you act the way you do, and trying to really soften yourself up. Maybe you're not even trying to soften yourself up. It's just that the divine is forcing it. So it's going to be some pretty tough energy because you're going to want to fight so hard to protect yourself, and at the same time have enough like self-restraint that you're not really trying to do that in situations. I feel like you are realizing basically that you can never control outcomes with people or situations, that you just have to show up your best self, and literally everything else is up to the divine. It's like finally having faith and trust in God and other people. Pretty intense energy.